Welcome everybody to the News Newsletter. I am Christine McIver. I'm the owner, host, and producer on the network. We've got Milica Jelenic. She is also a host and a producer. Keisha Clark, host and producer. And our featured host, Lisa Benitz. Woo! Woo! Hey Lisa, welcome to the group where we're just crazy. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. So Lisa, you've been on the network now, 4 years, 17 months and 3 days? I don't know the number.
Yeah.
That would be 5 years and 5 months and 17
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Do you know how many radio shows you've done?
Oh, over 200.
Over 200.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so tell everybody what Infinite Energies is all about.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Infinite Energies, it's actually the business around spaces. So I'm a space whisperer, and I've had this capacity of working with spaces, whether I see them visually, walk into them physically, or connect with them energetically, wherever they are in the world. And through either myself doing a personal consultation or physically facilitating others in the world to learn how to communicate with spaces. Mm-hmm. Through spaces, we can actually shift and change people's lives. And it's sometimes can be the simplest thing. And sometimes it can be an actual physically moving countries, towns, right. Cities.
So what do you do with this information when you're on the radio?
So my target is to really educate people that everyone has this capacity. Everyone can continue to connect with their spaces. And when they do start to listen to the language of their spaces, that's when they can actually include their physical body and their space all together into whatever they're creating: business, relationship, health, bringing in more money, whatever it is you're desiring in life, your space is always part of that creation.
Right. And then you talk about these things on your different shows. So ladies, how many of you have listened to one of Lisa's shows, produced one of Lisa's shows, and got up and went and changed something in your house?
Every freaking time.
Yeah.
Honestly, every time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll even want to be organizing, like Lisa will be talking and she'll say something and I'll want to like get up and do it. But I'm like, I'm producing, stop, make note.
You have to work. Yeah, you know you're telling your boss this, right?
But I stop myself. I do. I make a note.
No, it's really good, and it's so much fun when you have different callers on the line and what comes through when people don't even call in, like last Friday when you had your radio show and all of a sudden you started getting something, and the person that was in the chat room was like, that's been actually pinging for me. So that was really, really cool. Awesome. Well, we love having you on the network, Lisa. It's so
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you.
Jump over and see what's happening this week on the Inspired Choices Network. All right. So first of all, we have our featured host out of the gate, Lisa Benitz, right there.
You're a foxy lady.
So you can listen to her show. Last week's show was What is the Benefit of Listening to Your Space? Imagine that, listening, a trait that's going away in the world. You can come down here. You can check out some videos from some of our hosts who are on the network, share with you exactly what they enjoy. And then you can come down to these 3 columns, and this will give you information about what has just been created. And one of our really cool things we don't talk about a whole lot is our magazines or our articles. And we have a brand new article from Mary Dravis Parrish, our parent whisperer. And this week it's a back to school message for adults. Like, I'm past that piece in my life. I don't have young ones like that, but Milica, you do. That might be a fun article to read, I'm sure.
I will, actually. I saw that show was coming up and I thought, cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be a cool message. You can also check out the TV shows this week. What we streamed was Abbi Panola, who's one of our hosts here on the network, and her show is called Insights from a Woman Who Never Should Have Made It. It was a very cool show, so do check that out. All right, so coming up Monday morning, our first show is the SOAR Experience. And this week, the business word, how to speak for success. And our guest is Sarah Hilton. So she's going to be, actually, she's guest hosting because our host is in Wales this week, taking her adult daughter off to a new adventure in school. So we had, so we know we're pretty in touch with what's going on with our hosts.
That's cool.
Okay, Milica.
Just show up with Jelenic Banez Musi. We just call her Jelenic. Show is Joy Vulnerability Pizza, and just show up. I think that's pretty, pretty self-evident. Like no matter what, just show up.
Just show up. And
no matter what, show up. And she's got a book. Dating for Expats.
Dating for Expats.
So you can get that. I've got the links there on the site from Amazon. So Bab, a hot and single woman's handbook to find and love. She found it, and she's an expat.
She is. You know what I find interesting is Jelenic has tried to do this show for the last couple of weeks, and as life would happen, she wasn't able to show up. And this occurs a lot. That, I was going to have a show, and we'll talk about it in a little minute, last week, and it was about speaking up, and my guest actually couldn't speak.
Lost her voice.
Lost her voice. So it occurs a lot. Anyways, moving on. Okay.
Then we go to Everyday Joy with our beautiful Candice Mao, and she has the most amazing conversations with her guests. And this week she is talking to Aaron Stopper, and they're talking about the joy of transformation. And Candice just brings this beautiful, very candid and applicable conversation with each of the people she has on. That's really what her show is about. It is Everyday Joy. And she brings people on to show us different ways to access that, to create that, to choose that, and enjoy that. So definitely check Candice out for Everyday Joy.
She has beautiful, beautiful conversations. I really love it. Then we have Mary Dravis Parrish, our parent whisperer, and this week it's the magic of curiosity. She is so awesome with talking about children and parents and with no judgment. That's what I love. Like, I've listened to other people advise parents, and I always came away feeling guilty that I did something wrong. Not me. Mary is so wonderful at really showing us another possibility and taking all the guilt and judgment out. So do check that out. And as we said, Mary is our parent whisperer, and she also has a book called Empowered Parents, Empowering Kids. And you can get that Amazon, Barnes and Noble, accessories. So she's just fabulous. Then we have, there we go.
We have Do You Like or Hate Money with guest Curry Glissell. That's on Dancing Your Life with Karina Stoffel. So if you've never heard Curry Glissell speak about money, it's a very interesting conversation to jump in and listen into. I have listened to her speak before. So join Karina on this. This one's going to be in English. So I'm going to understand this one.
we can all of us here can hear it then.
And then we have a brand new host. Her premiere was just this last week.
Yay, Amy.
Wall, and her show is Conscious Beauty Talk. And this week she's talking about what is conscious beauty. And if you missed her first show, I highly enthusiastically encourage you to find it. It's in her archives. Yes. And listen to it, and you will see what a fresh perspective Amy is approaching her show from.
Oh, yeah.
She brings a lot of amazing ways for us to engage not only the topic of beauty, but really our beauty, really acknowledging that and
it was so beautiful.
Amazing.
Has anybody been doing the exercise that she talked about, which I'm not going to give away right now? I've been doing it morning and nighttime, and it's awesome. I'm not telling anybody. Go listen to the first show.
I will now. That was good.
Financially Speaking with Kathy Cook Noble, and this week she has got Meet Tika Tamato. if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they're going to be talking about an Indian fusion food truck. How cool is that?
Cool.
That is awesome.
Tika Tomato looks like the name of the truck, right? That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to be talking to Geeta Patel Gordon. I like it.
Yes. Yeah. So cool.
She's got a book too.
What?
She's got her book too.
Oh,
Yes, she does. Cathys book is called All Ladies Should Use the F Word, A Guide to Love Your Finances. It's a fabulous book. She brings finances and a whole new ease with
amazing. Look who it is.
Oh my God.
What are you going to talk about this week, Milica?
Talk about secrets and things secret and how we try and keep secrets and what if sometimes secrets can work for us and what if some secrets are just holding us back. And secrets and sexiness, a lot of people hold a lot of secrets there. So talk about that.
Wow. That's going to be an awesome conversation.
I got to listen to that one in secret.
Right.
And Milica does have some secret listeners. So
True, I do.
that's interesting.
Keisha? Oh, Keisha just froze. Okay, so we have Elfie Joe is up. She kicks off our Wednesday mornings. And I know that this is improvisation with Elfie style. And this week it is in Dutch. Sorry, languages. So every week, every third week, she does her show in Dutch. In the alternate weeks, she does it in Chinese and in English. And on every one of her shows, she plays beautiful music that we can all understand regardless of the language we do speak. So do check out Elfie Joe.
Yay!
Go ahead, Keisha.
Go ahead, Keish.
Then we have beautiful Abbi Panola with her show In Pursuit, not in search, but In Pursuit of Truth. And she's talking this week about the truth about your human brain. She has amazingly beautiful perspectives of her own, and she shares those in her shows. And she's also got amazing life stories that she has come from, and really use them to create an amazing life. And she shares that in her book as well. And it's called My Exquisite Purple Life. And you can get it at the links here on her page also. So definitely tune in with Adine. We call her Adi.
She's our gal.
And I just am so enjoying her conversations as well. I'm so happy to have her on the network.
We certainly have created some amazing things, guys.
Yes. I want to talk about Lindy.
Okay.
Yay.
Lindy's going to be talking about Facebook advertising on her show Unstoppable. So Lindy is she's like our social media marketing maven, and she has phenomenal information if you're looking to start your business, you've got one going and you need some tips and tools. Every single one of her shows is chock full of assistance. So this week, Facebook advertising, spend your hard-earned money wisely. I think that's awesome. I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keisha, it's your show.
I'm going to be on Wednesday too. We are talking about, on the show Aligning Divine, we are talking about, can your soul be shattered? And I approach pretty much everything in this topic from a very different perspective. And I love sharing that. And I also love inviting people to be empowered, to have a point of view that really works for them by being more connected to their soul essence. So we're going to really take a look at what is this about shattered souls. And
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Today.
Then we have our Luscious Leadership with Dana Lewis, and this week she's talking about awakening the giant within, and her guest this week is Megan Silito. Ooh. And wait till you hear this show. It's gonna rock you, because I know a little bit of the background around the awakening the giant. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's
a giant.
Yeah.
And then the very next show
Double shot.
is my show with Megan Silito.
It's like Megan all day. All day with Megan.
It's Megan Day. It's just Megan Day.
We'll have to, International Megan Day, we'll have to make that a thing.
Yeah, September the 11th is now going to be International Megan Silito Day.
It used to be 9/11, not anymore.
That's right. No, it's now September the 11th. Yeah, we're changing that up. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about speaking up, your prosperity creation on tap. And Megan actually could not speak last week because her body was going through some changes. So she's getting stronger. She's getting better. I'm looking forward to having this conversation with her. It's an exciting topic for me.
Nice.
Oh, in our Friday morning festivities, we kick off with the beautiful Carla Taylor for her show, Bring Your Brilliance. And boy, does she bring it. This week she is talking on her own, talking about your brand on purpose. She also has amazing guests, so check out her archives as well. She is a LinkedIn strategist expert, and she is just a wealth of information to play with. So
she's so dynamic. It's fabulous. Yeah. We are so lucky.
I want to talk about Dr. Deborah.
Woohoo!
It's Dr. Deborah on Awakening with Angels. This woman, I just adore her. Her stories are freaking awesome. Her show this week is Who Am I? Well, that's going to be an amazing question for Dr. Deborah to unravel, because I wonder who she is too.
Last Friday, she talked about animals, and Milica, you got to go listen to it, because if you thought this woman had stories before,
her stories are hilarious.
Well,
and
this is not so
like heart touching. Wow. Like if you don't cry and laugh 72 times, and
this was definitely a huge heart touching show this past week. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God! So Lisa Benitz's show this coming Friday is What Is Your Space Telling You? Are You Curious? Live space readings. Get your space on the line.
Yes, put this on your calendar, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we love about Lisa, and one of the things that drives a producer nuts, is she talks and talks and talks and talks and talks with her people on the line, and it's like, girl, we got to go commercial. I'm telling you, she is going to give away the farm for you guys when you call in for your live.
Hey, I love playing. I love playing with spaces. What can I say?
Yeah.
Gifter of magnitude. So
that side effect, it'll change your life.
Oh, it will. It will. And then we finish off our Friday live shows with our amazing Dr. Andy Harper with her show, Dr. Andy's World. And this week we are in her world, exploring conscious carnivores, the energetics of being raw. And Dr. Andy loves to push the envelope just a little, because she has some different perspectives herself on animal communication, animal care, animal behavior, animal parenting, and the way we feed our animals. So
wow.
I love
Dr. Andy's
I don't have any animals, but I still love listening to her show, because I get so much, because we run into animals all the time, whether we realize it or not. So even if you don't have a pet in your home, this show is still a massive contribution. So that's what's coming up on the network this week. Do check it out. Check out the possibility of having your voice in the world, because, until you add your voice to the conversation doesn't actually begin. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Lisa, thank you for being our featured host. Until next week.
Thank you.
Keep listening, my friends. Bye for now.
Bye.